Hey guys, it's Zeta here, and I thought what better way to start off my kit reviews than to review the MSZ-006A1 Zeta Plus. This is a master grade 1:100 scale kit, and let's take a look. Now this kit is one of the older ones. It originally came out in 2001 and retailed for 3,000 yen. But just because it's a 16-year-old kit doesn't mean that it's horrible. In actual fact, it's actually a pretty sturdy kit, and personally I thought it was a really solid build as well. Now what you're seeing here is a completely out-of-box build. There's been no panel lining or stickers applied, and only a few foil stickers have been applied. In fact, the only foil stickers that have been applied are on the head cameras and on the shield. I'm still a little undecided. I don't mind them, but I could just take them off and fill it with some Gundam marker or a little bit of touch-up paint, but I'll just leave them as is for now. These are the sticker sheets that you get with the kit, and as you can see there, I've used some of the head camera ones, the eyes, and for the shield. Now these large orange ones are actually for the rear wings, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But you'll also see that there are some dry rub transfer decals and some sticker decals as well. I would have preferred to see either more water slides or more dry rubs, but you know, it is what it is. For additional items with the kit, you get an extra V-fin. This is a plastic V-fin which does not move, and I'll show you the moving one in a little bit. You get a standing pilot figure. You get 4 pieces of landing gear to use with the Wave Rider mode. This has been partly assembled, and I will show you how this fits when we come to the Wave Rider part of the review. For the included weapons, you do get a rifle, a shield, and 2 beam sabers. And when the beam sabers are not in use, they're stored in the cannons that are mounted at the tops of the thighs. For the gimmicks of this kit, you do get an opening cockpit door, and inside there is a seated pilot figure. And for the lower legs, the armor can be removed to reveal further detail. So what do I like about the kit? Well, overall it's a solid build actually. Some of the joints are actually held in screws. That was common for kits at the time, and it just results in quite tight joints and a very sturdy feel when posing the kit. I really like the colours as well. The orange and white works here. It's very simple and clean. The white isn't a pure white either, it's like a milky white, so in that sense I think it goes really well with the orange, and there's enough grey for the frame or exposed parts of the frames to just break that up enough. I also like the little rope details used for the back of the legs. When building the kit, you just have to cut it to size, and then it'll slide over some plastic tubing to get that effect. I also really like the inner detailing for the lower legs as well. I'm sure some people will choose to display it that way. So what do I not like about the kit? Well, I feel like some of its negative points are mostly attributed to the fact that it is an older kit and there were certain design limitations at the time. So for example, posing the kit is quite limited. Despite the joints being quite strong and stiff, there isn't as much mobility as you would expect to find on more modern kits now. The feet, for example, don't have a split joint in the middle to give you better contact with the surface you're posing on. So this means for standing poses, they're more about getting the ankle joints at the right angles. The elbows aren't double jointed, but the knees are. However, with the cannons mounted at the tops of the thighs, they just get in the way of posing, even if you use an action base, like so. The hands on this kit aren't that great either. Again, this is largely due to the age of this kit. More modern master grade kits have better hands and little slots on the weapons for you to attach to the hands. and of course this has neither, so it's a bit of a delicate grip in terms of being able to get the kit to handle the rifle that's provided. I'm also disappointed with the large orange stickers being used on the wings here. It's a shame because they were able to achieve good colour separation for these parts of the wings, but you know, I'm not a fan of the big orange stickers, so I'm just going to leave them off. As for seam lines on this kit, there are a few, and you may wish to correct them. One of them is on the head, another is on the rifle, there's one on each side of the waist, and there is one on the middle of the wings as well. Personally, I'm not too bothered by the seam lines, but I can understand if there's something you do want to correct on this kit. And for the few of you that are interested in the Wave Rider mode, this is how it looks. The transformation was pretty bad back then, and it's still pretty bad now. It's just very finicky, so I personally won't be displaying it in this mode, but as you can see, it's got the landing gear fitted, and it sort of sits on its own. It's kind of leaning to one side because I've loosely put in the front landing gear. I don't want to have any troubles taking it out, so that's how it looks. Despite the kit's flaws, overall I am really pleased with the kit. Its posability may be limited and it struggles to hold its weapons, but it doesn't detract from the fact that it had a really solid build, some nice stiff joints, and as an owner of the C1 and the original Zeta kits, this will go really nicely with those two. All that's left to do now is to panel line, add the remaining stickers, and give it a top coat, and I'll leave you with some beauty shots of that. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!